In this episode, we're back in the Coffs Harbour hills. Burto and I are keen to see how far we can push our patrols, while Dad really shows us how it's done in the MUX. We find an incredible camp spot in the rainforest, tackle some infamous tracks, and have a bloody good time doing it. Proudly supported by Ultimate 9, Tread, Opus Campers, Superior Engineering, and in part by
straight into it. First track of the day, rocky trail up Mount Karamba. Didn't worry about filming and down the tyres, driving here, you know we did all that. We're just here and we're into it. As the name suggests, there's rocks, there's plenty of them. That's what the first obstacle is. It is summer, we're only about 10 days out from Christmas. Very hot, we're in a heat wave at the moment, so we're all going to be sweating. And that noise you can hear is cicadas, plenty of them out here on this trip.
We're on rocky trail, it's hot. Tyler said he used the rear locker. Be silly if I didn't do the same thing. See how this goes. There's a couple of big rock steps up here. Not too bad.
The main difference between Burto and I is I have reduction gears and he doesn't, so he has to drive everything that a little bit quicker than me, which is, I suppose, can be a little bit of an advantage to keep moving quicker in those situations, but generally it's going to mean I'm going to have an advantage over him. So on this trip we got myself and Kai, my GQ, Burto and his GQ, Dad's MUX is down the bottom. We didn't want to bring it up these tracks, so we're doing some harder tracks where he's just going to jump in with Burto, and then we'll do some more moderate ones where he can have a crack in the MUX too. Keep cruising up. This is all like first gear low range stuff. We've got a actually fairly off camber step here though, which is going to be a little bit interesting. I'll try a front locker.
Yeah, put that in.
Didn't feel too nice.
Couple of nice reduction gears would have been lovely just there, but I don't think that was too bad. There's a steep little section just there.
We're up the top of that track now, up near the top of Mount Karamba. We tried to go up to the lookout, but they're working up there and they got it blocked off. We're just on like the main dirt road up this mountain now. So can't go up there for a look, that's why we're going to shoot back down the main road a bit. I reckon we're going to have a crack at Commando Trail now. There's maybe 8 different tracks up this Mount Karamba, which are all pretty well known and all pretty serious four-wheel drive tracks. So you just sort of drive up and down this mountain all day, ticking them off. We've made it to Commando. This is the chicken track or bypass track. It's still fairly steep. It's a bit rutted out now, but it's just a straight line up it. And then over here we have the main one, which you got a couple of ruts and that to contend with down the bottom here. And then there's 2 trees down, doesn't look like people driven it for a little bit. And then that's where it gets real nuts up through there. We've got a big rut that you have to straddle right here, like that's up to my chest sort of height. Huge step, huge step. We'll chop these 2 trees down and then I suppose I'm up first. It's a shame they're so small. If they were any bigger, we could have used it as an excuse not to drive the track.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Oh, you not driving up there is an excuse.
A bit nervous about this one, but it should be alright.
You're alright. Okay, coming. It's going in. Stop, stop.
So I just crawl up in the hole and see what it does.
Front locker.
That was the line, innit? I might give you a radio. It's really hard to hear Burto when I'm in the car with a noisy TD, him up on the track trying to spot, so we'll get a handheld out. Look at this, mate, brand new.
Brand spanker. Where are they from?
Me, mate, twin radios.
How brand new are they?
Look, the sticker's still on.
Still got the sticker?
Should I take the sticker on or leave it
leave
off?
the sticker on. Oh, you can't park there.
I keep stalling it, even with reductions. That's probably like the 6th time I've stalled it today. Need a little bump on this one. Little bump, mate.
Quick little bump up.
Back to first, and I'm off. Oh, jeez, it's a little bit wild. Anyways, we're up. Well, there's more to go, but I'll stop here. Sheesh, wild. Good fun hill, this one, without being too extreme. Definitely challenging, but yeah, like a nice challenge. Burto's up now.
So we're at Commando now.
You got a copy, Burto?
Yeah, just got back into the car. Bloody ruining my intro, mate, let me tell you. I'm gonna give this a go up here. Tyler's just driven it. It's pretty steep, pretty rocky, pretty loose. We went in this rut, yeah?
Yep, we're in the rut.
Not bad so far, it just looks like there's a house in front of you. made it. Nearly ran Tyler over, nearly ran Kai over, but we made it.
What do you reckon, Dad? Good track?
Yeah, Commando, it's a beauty, isn't it?
Caught out a bit. We're higher up the mountain now and come to this rutted out section. I'm just ploughing diffs. It's hard because it's hard to do much and get out of it. So I just have to give it a little bit.
Just ploughing it. I love diff guards.
Is there any way out of the ruts?
If I move, you'll be able to get up there.
Might have to move Burto's car back and I'll go right back and do the high line the whole way up this thing.
This way. Stop. Try and drive from that. Diff down.
I got my back diff sitting again now.
Do you want to go back and to go again?
Yeah, I might have to.
Do that, and if that don't work, you're gonna have to get a little snig up there. It doesn't look like much of a track here, but as you can see, his diffs are just getting destroyed. He's got 35, so there's some pretty big ruts. One more go, and then if not, we'll just winch up there.
Yeah.
And then now that you've cleared it out for me, I'll just call up.
Literally.
I don't have them shovels. What attempt number is this?
This is step number 2.
What are we doing here, Tyler?
Just filling in the holes.
You can't get up there or something? You know what people will say?
What?
80s usually went straight up there. Their little diff.
Turbo barrel.
That thing ain't leaving the mall. What are you doing? You just want to put a winch on it from there? Or you just want to keep sanding it?
I'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Maybe we just winch me.
Well, for the sake of your car, like,
May as well use it.
this is number 67 of attempts.
Alright, we're just gonna winch. I can't drive the main bit, I'm just ploughing it, just attempt after attempt. It's just ridiculous to keep sending it. And I can't seem to hold that high line. I can't get up where I need to get. I'm just struggling. It keeps slipping in on that corner. So I've got a winch. We'll use it. Winched up, see if we can drive now. It's just like 2 ruts the whole way up, and I got big GU diffs with diff guards on them, ploughing. Wow, that was second gear. The locker's in, pinned. I'm up. That ended up being the hardest bit on Commando. Just these big 2 ruts at the top. Very hard to get out of them. And with the GU diffs and the guards on them, you're just ploughing them. And for anyone that says destroying the track, I'm not destroying it. I'm literally ploughing it down. You may as well call me a grader. I'm making the track easier for the next person that comes up here because I just ploughed out the middle of it.
Tyler just had to, you know, have one winch up the hill and then give it an actual good drive. Got up there, but just 2 really big ruts. I don't have diff guards. Now that he's cleared it out, I might just go straight up.
He'd be loving it. He's probably on the GoPro telling everyone how he drove it in first go, and took me 17 attempts. We're at the top of Commando, back up on this Mount Caramba again. We're going to drop back down off now towards Dad's car, his MUX, grab that, and then I reckon we'll go try and find ourselves a camp. It's coming up 5 o'clock. Come out to a little local creek spot I know where there's a few campsites, and we're going to cruise along here and find ourselves a spot for the night. It's beautiful out here, pretty dry at the moment, not a heap of water flowing, but enough to have a swim and have ourselves a nice creek camp. I used to come to Coffs a fair bit more. I haven't actually been too much the last 12 months, and this is the first time I've ever had the GQ here. It's good to come revisit these spots we used to come to much more regularly. Made it to a beautiful camp spot on the creek here. Dad's just coming around now with his car. Cicadas are still very loud, being that we're down near water now. They get worse, but they should go away as it comes into dark night time. We will get set up here though, get a fire going and cook up some dinner and enjoy it. We're away for 3 nights on this trip out Coffs, and then the plan was I'm going to cook one night, Burto's going to cook one night, and Dad's going to cook one night. That way we only had to bring 1 meal each and we can share it around. And then Dad's up first tonight on the cooking. So you got Taylor and veggies for your cook up tonight. And then Kai over here said, nah, I'm not going to be a part of that setup. I'm just going to cook my own. So he's cooking Mexican tonight.
I'm cooking the fat, I don't know, like a Mexican way to say it. I'm cooking tacos.
We got the fish, veggies, avocado, good to go. Beautiful camp spot on the creek there last night. We packed up and got out of there reasonably early though, because those cicadas just lit up at about 5 AM this morning and roared the place down. And we're just going for a bit of a cruise around this bush out here now. It's really nice jungle. I don't think there's too much hard tracks out this way, but yeah, just a nice drive through the bush and see what we can see for a little bit, and then we'll come up with a plan and a couple of tracks and sights and things to do and see today.
So we're at the bottom of Morbid. See if we can get Gary up here. He might have to winch the top section, but looks like it'll be a pretty good time.
We decided to pop back over to Mount Caramba because we weren't too far from there, and we're going to take on Morbid Trail, which is another one up the side of the mountain. Morbid is a power line track and it's red clay most of it, so in the wet it is an absolute nightmare. Decided he's going to have a little crack at this main line here too. This is what his car does without a front locker. It just gets these holes and then spins. Had a good crack at that one, but didn't get up there. Front locker is what would have done it. I don't really think it was a tyre size problem, more just no front locker. He's back down and then come around this side track here. We're about halfway now, head up into the top sections, and this is where you get to where there's no chicken tracks around it. You just got the main ones, and they do get more challenging. We've got quite a rocky section here that we're crawling our way up. That'd be diff by the feel of it.
That is your diff.
Kept going and going. That one got my diff caught out on a rock there, but yeah, repositioned and I'm up.
I tell you, the springs in this thing clunk like nothing else. But we've made it, we're up to where Tyler is. I'll park up, I'll go back, give Gary a spot.
Trying to wall ride that up, but it didn't quite work. There's not enough wall there to do it. We're on this top section now with all these big ruts, and yeah, just slowly trying to navigate through, but I might try left on this one then drop in.
Yeah, keep going up the wall.
Big wheel lift. That's a big hole. That was definitely one of the bigger wheel lifts I've done, but because you got that bank there and your car sort of leans into it, then it makes you feel a bit safer being able to lift a wheel that high on a steep hill. Now Burto's up now.
Stay hydrated. Hard work running up and down these hills.
That's Burto up. That's a really good hole, that one. How'd you go, mate? You get protected or what?
Oh, mate, I got scratches, but that's it.
This
you don't worry about that.
rebar here saved you.
Yeah, and this. And then have a look at this. This is the best bit. It's hit like here.
Pull out into the
So
thing.
like, that'll happen like a lot quicker than I thought, eh? It was all just up in the air real quick, smart.
Second last section from the top. Big, long, steep climb this one. Rocks, ruts, crossovers, it's got it all. First gear low, let those reductions do their thing. Not too bad at all. GQ crawled its way up.
Seatbelt on. Don't make it too tight because it's a big hill. Compressors on, front locker on, back locker on. It's very steep, a couple of big ruts, off cambered. That new Superior suspension flexed up that. I would have been lifting wheels with the old stuff. Big difference. Now I better go and help Gary get up there.
Surely not.
What do you got your throttle controller set to, Gary, mate?
3, which does give you a bit of response straight up.
Tell him to turn it up to like 4 or 5.
You want to turn it up to 4 or 5 and give you that little bit extra pep.
It'll get him going a bit quicker
I'll
off
put it
this,
up to 5.
and that'll get him going a bit quicker off this like spot he's in.
Lovely work, mate, lovely work. What'd you make me bring this tree truck protector down for?
That was great, mate. I got a kick out of that.
Good work, mate, good work.
I
How's
didn't
that?
think I'd do it. I sort of used the word committed through that bend,
Yeah.
and although it was slapping and sent that mirror in, it just kept rolling.
I didn't think you'd drive it, but you did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
And yeah, see, if you put that throttle controller up a couple in those situations, it just helps you take off that bit quicker.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you know how we have that problem where like you're slow to get going,
yeah.
and then you've hit the obstacle before you got momentum.
That eliminates
That
that.
sort of helps get rid of that.
No slaps up the side of it.
This door handle got a little scuff and that's it.
It sounded like it was slapping the hell out of the side of it.
Nah, it was just that. I just wiped all the little furries off it and that's it.
Last section on Morbid, steeper in person than what it looks on camera, but you got hole, which is where your front and rear tyres sit and spin. In the dry, it's not too bad. We should be able to drive it. It's just in the wet. This is just chaos. It's just slippery red clay / rock. We'll give it a crack. Hopefully it's not greasy and slippery underneath that leaf litter. All good, nice and dry. Morbid done. That was awesome.
You got the last steps on Morbid. Looks like it'll be fine in the dry.
Very close, but not quite. Quick little winch though and we'll get him up the top. Yeah, you're alright to start winching in now. That's all of us up the top of Morbid. We're going to pull up here for a little bit and maybe have some lunch. It's coming up midday, and then work out a plan for this afternoon.
We'll finish up that episode there. Make sure to tune in next week for the second part of our Coffs trip, as we find an awesome camp spot, cook up some tasty feeds, and tackle a heap more tub tracks in the area, including Jeep track, ups and downs, and I finally have the courage to take on Widowmaker, which is without a doubt the most terrifying drive of my life.
Dude, that's terrifying. My leg's literally shaking.